presentation. Examination-based contact session, English and Academic Communication Skills 12 for the year 2022. And I'm your tutor, Rita Davids. Please see my contact details. Dear students, the examinations for 2022, April, August and November, are compiled by using the study guides for the following courses. DPPE, Diploma in Pre-Primary Education. JPE, Diploma in Junior Primary Education. BESP, Bachelor of Education, Senior Primary. DES, Diploma in Education, Secondary. DSE, Diploma in Secondary Education. Examination. The following is important information for the examinations of the whole year. Format. The duration of each examination will be 2.5 hours, and the scripts consists out of 120 marks each. It is important that you answer all questions with subsections. Study material. All the respective study guides can be found on your Kindles. Additional English Handbook and Study Guide by B. Lutran and M. Pincus, as indicated in some study guides. The content of some study guides are exactly the same, and references will therefore be the same. Some students will also be referred to the Lutran book that has to be used as indicated in their study guides. Some students only have to use the EACS2 study guide. References will be made from this guide as well. General information. Please make use of old question papers and feedbacks of previous assignments and examinations. There you will find questions and answers that can be of good use in your preparation for assessments. Important. All answers consist of facts that you will have to study from your study guide, as well as the Lutran Handbook for some students. For the language-structured questions, you must understand the spoken and written language as well. Understanding the questions. Every part of information can be assessed in a number of different ways. The examination papers are set up in 3 levels. Each question usually starts with a verb. Please pay special attention to the verbs used. The verbs' thinking processes can be found in your study guides. These will guide you to what action you are expected to perform. Failing to perform the correct action will result in low marks or the loss of valuable marks. Instructions. Important. Some students write everything in capital letters. Only use capital letters as indicated in the EACS Study Guide 2.1.2 and in the Lutran book on page 10. This is very important when you write letters, essays, grammatical sentences, etc. I must be able to see whether you know how to use capital letters. Very important, the paper is set up so that you write on the paper itself. Some students write way too much and unnecessary information, while others write too little information. The number of lines given in is a guideline for the expected length of your answers. Look at the marks allocated to each question to determine how many facts to write to obtain the correct marks. When you have to change sentences to the passive voice, indirect speech, or into the past tense, please only write the correct sentences. It can be very confusing to the marker if you first write the given sentences and then the answer. The lines given are only enough to accommodate the correct answer. Scripts for 2022. References are done according to the Kindle, as all the students have the Kindle. Page references for the Lutran book are also given. If you do not have access to the Lutran Handbook, please contact the IOL office or the tutor for assistance. The references given are for all students. See which refers to your own study material. The memorandums provide answers from all the study guides. All information will therefore be credited. Where applicable, Students' own relevant ideas will also be credited. Please note, only one presentation will be recorded for the examination scripts of April, August, and November. There will not be a presentation for each examination. For the April, August, and November examination, concentrate on the following. References are not done in any particular order. The following are what you might get in any of the 3 examination scripts. Passages. You will be given a passage in each examination script. The following is what you will have to do concerning the passages. You must read a certain passage very carefully and then answer the questions given in full sentences. For example, what did the man see on the table? The man saw the blue book on the table. Please concentrate on correct spelling and punctuation and the use of correct grammar. Half marks will be deducted for the incorrect use of these. Or you must read a certain passage very carefully and then answer the questions given in short sentences. For example, the blue book, 5 apples under the big chair. Or you must read the given passage and then compile or set up questions using the following W and H words. How, which, what, why, where, who, when. The questions must be about the content of the given passage. I must be able to find answers to your questions in the passage itself. Questions like the following has nothing to do with the content of the passage and will be marked as incorrect. For example, who wrote the story? What is the story about? What is the name of the story? Unit 1, Linguistic Constructs. Verbs. EACS Study Guide 1.1.2 and 1.1.3. The Lutheran, page 28 and 29. You must know what finite verbs are. The finite verb can function or stand on its own without the help of an auxiliary verb. A finite verb must have a subject, a number, which is singular and plural, and a tense, which is present, past, and future, etc. Or you will have to identify some verbs found in the given passage. Or you will have to change words to form a gerund. Lutheran, page 30. Gerunds, or verbal nouns, are words ending in ing and are used as nouns or as adjectives. For example, she has a fear of flying, which is a noun. The crying child alarmed us, which is an adjective. Study verbs for each exam. Nouns. EACS Study Guide 1.1.2.2, Lutheran, page 16. You will have to sort given nouns under the most suitable heading, or you will be asked to clarify certain types of nouns. A common noun. Common noun refer to general, unspecific categories or entities. Names given to ordinary objects: table, chair, woman, tree. Proper noun. Proper nouns are nouns that refer to specific entities. Writers capitalize proper nouns to show their distinction from common nouns, a name of a person, place, or thing identified with a name. Abstract nouns usually refer to something that we cannot see, touch, or measure. It is often a feeling or an emotion. More ethereal, theoretical concepts use abstract nouns to refer to them. Concepts like freedom, love, power, and redemption are all examples of abstract nouns. Abstract nouns refer to concepts, ideas, philosophies, and other entities that cannot be concretely perceived. Collective nouns. The name of a collection or a group of objects, people, or creatures. In general, collective nouns are nouns that refer to a group of something in a specific manner. Often, collective nouns are used to refer to groups of animals, a gaggle, herds, a bevy, and colony. Or you will have to match the given collective nouns to suit each given sentence. He wore a suit of clothes to the meeting. A swarm of bees attacked us. Pronouns. EACS Study Guide 1.1.2.2. Lutheran, page 19. You will be given pronouns. They, he, them, his, you, I, to use to complete given sentences. Prefixes and suffixes. EACS Study Guide 1.2.2 and 1.2.3. Lutheran, page 46 and 47. You will have to complete words in sentences using either the correct prefix or suffix. Or you will have to identify words from the passage that ends with the suffix "ly", for example, suddenly or extremely. Or you will be given prefixes and suffixes to finish the given words so that it matches the given explanations. Bi plus cycle is bicycle, which means a vehicle with two wheels. Child plus ich is childish, and it means characteristic of or suitable for a child. Prefixes may create new words or antonyms. Prefixes come before the root of the word. For example, engage becomes disengaged. Suffixes are word endings. They modify the words to which they are connected and often change the parts of speech of these words. Suffixes come after the root of the word. For example, free becomes freedom. Study this for each exam. Tenses. EACS Study Guide 1.4, Lutheran, page 28. You will have to rewrite sentences and then change underlined words to the simple present tense. Or you will be given a sentence written in the simple present tense. You will then have to change it to the following tenses: simple past tense, simple future tense, and the present continuous tense. For example, she sits on the chair, simple present tense. She sat on the chair, simple past tense. She will sit on the chair, simple future tense. She is sitting on the chair, present continuous tense. Study tenses for each exam. Figurative language. EACS Study Guide 1.5.1.1, Lutheran, page 56. You will have to match the correct idiom, figurative expression, to the explanation that suits best. A wild goose chase means a plan with no possible success. In cold blood means deliberately without heart. Direct and indirect speech, EACS Study Guide 1.6 and Lutheran, page 38. You must be able to change sentences either to direct or indirect speech. When you change sentences from the direct to indirect speech, you must leave out the question mark and inverted commas. Pronouns change. For example, my family changes to his or her family. Tenses change. For example, Mary said, I am feeling good today. Mary said that she was feeling good that day. Adverbs of time change. For example, Mary said, I am feeling good today. Mary said that she was feeling good that day. Study this for each exam. Active and passive voice. EACS Study Guide 1.7, Lutheran, page 32. You will be asked to change sentences from the active or passive voice to the passive or active voice. In the active voice, the subject of the sentence does the action. In the passive voice, the object becomes the subject and is having the action done to it. For example, the boy, the subject, kicks the ball, the object, over the wall. The ball, the object, is kicked over the wall by the boy, subject. Study this for each exam. Unit 2, different types of writing. Capitalization. EACS Study Guide 2.1.2, Lutheran, page 10. You will have to state the rules of capitalization. When you use the pronoun I, it must always be capitalized. National nouns and adjectives. Languages, for example, French, Russian, English. Proper nouns, names of people, institutions, festivals, etc. The first word of a new sentence or question. Do not capitalize common nouns. Nouns are only capitalized if they are the name of something. The first word in direct speech is capitalized. The main word in titles of books, films, or plays are written in capital letters. Or you will have to write sentences using the correct capitalization. For example, my name is Linda and I live in Windhoek. Please always underline the words that you capitalize. Visual literacy. EACS Study Guide 2.8, Lutheran, page 111. You must be able to define the value of visual literacy. Sentences and paragraphs. EACS Study Guide 2.2.1, Lutheran, page 71. You will have to write a paragraph of 80 to 100 words on a given topic. Or you will have to explain the basic paragraph structure according to the following headings. EACS Study Guide 2.2.1, the topic sentence and supporting sentences. Lutheran, page 71, the introduction or orientation, the body or development. Or you will have to write a short conclusion of 30 to 50 words to a given passage. Wrong formation, poor grammar, spelling and punctuation are the main cause for loss of valuable marks. Do not skip lines within a paragraph. Always double check for these errors. Structure and style of letters. EACS Study Guide 2.3.1 and 2.3.2. Lutheran, page 77 and 78. Official or business letters, personal or friendly letters. Study the features and the parts of letters. You could be asked to do the following. Explain the differences or similarities of these letters. Here you can just list the facts. Or you can describe the features of these letters. Here you can also just list the facts. Or discuss the similarities or differences between the features of certain letters. You must then clearly point out the differences or similarities between the two types of letters asked. Do not simply list the features of the two types of letters. You must indicate what the differences or similarities are. One description after the other is not pointing out the differences or similarities. If a table format is used, the differences or similarities must still be clearly pointed out. Do not only write words or short sentences without clearly pointing out the differences or similarities. To explain the differences, the words while and but can be used to separate the two types. If asked differences, only discuss differences. If asked similarities, only discuss similarities. Or you will have to write a letter of application in one of the examinations. This type of letter is an official letter. Make sure you know the structure of each of these letters. Poor grammar, spelling and punctuation are the main cause for loss of valuable marks. Always double check for these errors. Study this for each exam. Punctuation. EACS Study Guide 2.4.1, Lutheran, page 10. You will have to clearly punctuate given sentences, or you must be able to clarify the function of the following punctuation marks: full stop or period, to mark the end of a sentence that is a complete statement, in some abbreviations, in websites and email addresses. Comma. Use commas in lists, direct speech, separate clauses, or to mark off parts of a sentence. Question mark. A question mark is used to indicate the end of a question. Study this for each exam. Progress reports. EACS Study Guide 2.11.2. DPPE, DIS and BEST Study Guides 4.5.2. Progress reports are common and critical documents in science and engineering. Study the purpose of progress reports. See your respective study guides for the facts. Editing process. EACS Study Guide 2.12.1. Lutheran, page 74. You will have to examine and point out the methods you would use to edit your own work for correctness. It does not matter whether you are busy with an assignment, examination, or just writing a note or WhatsApp message. You must always check what you have written. Unit 3, Academic Writing Conventions. Academic Literacy. EACS Study Guide 3.2.1, Lutheran under Essay Writing, page 75 and 76. You must be able to discuss the term academic literacy. Essay Writing. EACS Study Guide 3.2.1 and Lutheran, page 75 and 76. You must be able to describe the purpose of descriptive writing, narrative writing, persuasive writing, expository writing. Describe means to provide detailed features of each. In each exam, there will be a different question concerning the four purposes of academic literacy or essay writing. Study academic literacy for each exam. Academic writing style. EACS Study Guide 3.5.1 and DPPE Best and Desk Study Guides 4.7. Outline what makes writing academic. Guidelines for writing summaries. EACS Study Guide 3.6.1. Lutheran, page 83. You must be able to identify the features of summary writing. A summary is produced to show a tutor that you have read and understood something. This must be done in a particular way. Book review. EACS Study Guide 3.4.5.5, Lutheran, page 82. You may be asked to explain what you will look for in a book to be able to write a good review. Unit 4, the use of the APA referencing system. The concept plagiarism. EACS Study Guide, page X11 under Welcome. DPPE Desk and Best Study Guides 1X, page 8 under Welcome. You must be able to explain the term plagiarism and state what will be considered as plagiarism. Or you will have to outline what is acceptable or not and what are allowed when you are doing your assignment. You will have to outline what is meant by the following statement. Assignments are individual tasks and not group activities. Too many students still do not understand what plagiarism is, how it happens, and why they cannot commit plagiarism when doing your assignments. In each exam, there will be a different question concerning plagiarism. Study plagiarism for each exam. Ways to avoid plagiarism. Quotes. EACS Study Guide 4.1.2, DPPE Best and Desk Study Guides 4.8. You will have to describe the use of quotes in academic writing. General rules of APA citations. EACS Study Guide 4.2.1 and 4.2.2.1. DPPE Best and Desk Study Guides 4.8. Study how you will compile your APA reference page when concluding your assignment. Or you must be able to explain the APA format, what it is and what you understand about in-text citations. In each exam, there will be different questions concerning the APA reference system. Study APA citations for each exam. Exam preparation and writing tips. Exam timetable. Make sure you know what rooms your exams will be in and what time they start. Consult the IOL office for those details and not the subject tutor. During the examinations, write your details as requested. Read the exam paper a couple of times to make sure you understand the instructions and questions. Make sure you answer all questions. Do not dive into writing without first reading the entire paper. Calculate how much time you will spend on each question and stick to it. Please make sure that you understand all 4 questions with the subsections. If time permits, check your answers, spelling, punctuation, and the use of grammar. Emergency. If you happen to fall ill during the examination session, immediately notify the invigilator for correct action to be taken. General. Obtaining high marks in your assignment does not guarantee high marks in the examinations. You now have to make sure you know the content of the assignment and other information from the study guide very well to do well in the upcoming examination. Make sure you have all the information you get from the contact sessions and the feedback of the assignments and previous examinations. You will find very important and useful information in these. Please study hard for the upcoming examinations to be successful. If you need my help on something, contact me on my email address below. If you state what you do not understand or ask a question, I can give you a well-constructed answer. I also have a document with important information extracted from the English Handbook and Study Guide, which you will be able to use. I can also send information via WhatsApp on your cell phone. Always state which course you are doing, please. DJPE, DPPE, BESP, DES, DSE. I wish you all the best. Your tutor, Rita Davids.